it's Fan Girl Jena. We're doing another Tailgate food special. I'm joined once again with Stacy at the Martin School of Cooking. Stacy, what do we got going on today?
Well, this past weekend we just had our Michiana Chili Cook-Off, our 15th annual, hosted by the HCF of South Bend out here in Heritage Square. So I thought it was only appropriate that we make chili today.
Of course.
So, and it is that time of year.
Yes,
it's getting to be October. It sounds
awesome.
Yeah. So what we're going to do today is a spicy touchdown chili. So this is totally man-friendly. It's got 3 different kinds of meat. It's got bacon, it's got ground beef, and Italian sausage, and beer. It's your favorite, of course. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by crisping up our bacon. So I'm going to get this pan on, get it nice and high. You want to get your bacon nice and crisp. So we're going to start that up and let that brown up for a little bit. Alright, so you can see that our bacon is getting nice and crisp in here. And what we're going to do is we are going to drain this off onto some paper towels. Since we also have Italian sausage in there, you never want a heavy grease layer on top of your chili. That's just gross. So make sure you get all of this bacon grease out of there. You don't want any of that in your chili. You're already going to get enough fat from your Italian sausage. So get that all drained off. Let that hang out for a minute.
And just so you guys know, this smells amazing.
It does. As soon as you open up bacon in the kitchen, it's like, So I'm going to crank this heat a little bit more, and what we're going to do is we're going to put in our other 2 meats here. I have Martin's just sweet Italian sausage. This is a bulk sausage. And then I also have an 85-15 ground beef. You don't want to use something too fattening because, again, your sausage does have a good amount of fat in there, and you don't want to over-grease your chili. So we're going to get that in. We're going to use our spoon the best we can to break it up. And we're going to get this nice and brown the same way we did our bacon. Okay, so almost all of the pink is out of our meat. So at this point, we want to go ahead and add that bacon back in. Yeah. We also want to add in our veggies. We want these to saute up a little bit. So I have just a sweet onion, lots of garlic, and then 2 different kinds of peppers here. This is a poblano. Poblanos are pretty mild, but they do have a nice flavor. They're one of my favorite peppers. And then, of course, some jalapenos. These are where your heat comes from. I did not take any of the veins, any of the seeds out of that. I like the heat that comes from these, which is why you definitely want to use a sweet Italian sausage. You want to be able to control your heat. You don't want to get, any other hot things in there besides that jalapeno. It's really all you're going to need, as you'll see in a few minutes. So we're going to saute that up. Just get the rest of the pink out of that meat and get these onions and the garlic to sweat a little bit. And as soon as you start to smell your garlic and smell your peppers, you know you're there.
Definitely smells good. I can say that much.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add in a little bit of salt and pepper. Keep cooking that down. And then at this point, I am going to add the rest of our seasonings. I have some chili powder. Can't be chili without chili powder.
Nope.
Some paprika. This is more for color than anything. I really like this one. Some cumin. This adds a nice smoky flavor to the chili. A little bit of Italian seasoning that goes well with our Italian sausage. Thank you. And just a little bit of sugar. This is because we're adding so much tomato product. We want to make sure we counteract that acidity with just a little bit of sugar. We're going to get that going, and as these spices get down to the bottom, they're going to toast a little bit, which is going to enhance your flavor. I always like to add my spices to my meat instead of just adding it after all the liquids, just because they do take on a different flavor. You can smell that chili powder coming out right now. It only takes a second.
It smells so good.
Alright, got that going. And then from here on, you're just going to dump in the rest of your ingredients. Very simple. So I have a can of fire-roasted diced tomatoes, and then a can of diced tomatoes with green chilies, and then of course our Sam Adams beer. Now you can use any beer that you like. Since it's fall time, and this is one of my favorite beers this time of year, I decided to go with the Octoberfest. It's got a little bit of like a cinnamon, nutmeg note to it. Pairs really, really well with chili, and it's very surprising. People are going to say, what is that when they bite into this? And then, So I do have a couple kinds of beans as well. This is just some red kidney beans. and then some white pinto beans. And after that, you're just gonna give this a stir. And at this point, you can finish the cooking process on your stove if you'd like. It's gonna take about an hour. Put your cover on and just let it simmer away, stir it every so often. Or if you'd rather, you could throw it in your crock pot and let that go for about 4 to 5 hours on low. It's gonna do the same thing for you. It just depends on your plan of the day, however you're taking it out to your tailgate. Just totally up to you. So, that's about it. So over here I have some, of course, that is already done, which I will plate up for you. And you can see the difference here in color. All right, so I'm gonna take this over here, and we're gonna plate this up. Don't worry, Jenna, these counters are heat proof if you're wondering.
I don't think your hand is.
No, my hand is not. Let me grab a second ago. So we're gonna plate this up just like this, and then you can garnish this with whatever you like. Today I have a little bit of sour cream, and then just a little bit of fresh cilantro. And that's about it. If you have some cheese on hand, if you have a little queso fresco, a little bit of shredded cheddar, you can do that as well. But it's very simple chili, absolutely delicious, and it's got a nice kick to it. So feel free to dig in.
This looks very hot, so
it is very hot.
I'm gonna
be very careful.
I'm gonna be very, very careful. I'm gonna get a lot of sour cream to cool it off. Try to get a little bit of everything on there. What's that? Why, that's the Sam Adams beer, Jenna. That is Octoberfest. That is really good. I love the kick of jalapenos.
Oh yeah, and it kind of sneaks up on you. It's not an overly powerful heat, but it's just enough to where you're like, that's chili. That's the kind of heat I want on chili.
A little bit of sweet, a little bit of spicy.
Exactly.
Well, this chili is absolutely awesome. Thank you again for the recipe, Stacy. And if you guys want to make it at home, see the recipe below. Thanks.